Ferdinand Magellan was born at Sabrosa in the Villarreal province of Trás-os-Montes in Portugal. Ferdinand was well tutored at home and then spent his early years at the Portuguese court.
In 1505, Ferdinand Magellan joined the expedition of Francisco de Almeida to India.
In 1512, Ferdinand Magellan took part in the Portuguese expedition to Morocco and was badly wounded. He has a serious disagreement with a commanding officer and leaves the service without prior permission.
In 1513, Ferdinand Magellan requested permission from King Manuel of Portugal to sail to the Spice Islands in the Far East, but is refused following the unfavorable reports from Morocco. Later that year, he resumed his studies in Portugal for a couple more years, but fails to gain favor with the Portuguese court and therefore renounces his Portuguese nationality. Magellan leaves Portugal and heads for Spain in 1518.
In 1519, on March 22nd, Magellan convinced King Charles I of Spain to support his voyage to the Spice Islands, and the king promises Magellan 1/5 of the profits from the voyage to the Spice Islands. Spain provides 5 ships for the expedition. Magellan commands the Trinidad, Juan de Cartagena commands the San Antonio, Gaspar de Coseta commands the Conception, Luis de Mendoza commands the Victoria, and Juan Serrano commands the Santiago. He leads the 5 ships with 251 men in what to become the first voyage around the world. On September 20th, the fleet sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to South America and Rio de Janeiro, and then start to search for a passage to the Pacific Ocean.
In March 1520, the fleet anchored for the winter at Puerto San Julian in southern Argentina. In 1520 September, a storm destroys the Santiago and a mutiny breaks out. In October 1520, Ferdinand Magellan and his crew resumed their voyage on the remaining ships. On November 21st, 1520, Ferdinand enters the strait, which would be named the Magellan Strait, becoming the first European ever to sail across the Pacific Ocean.
In 1521, the 3rd of February, Ferdinand Magellan reaches the equator. March 6th, 1521, Magellan reached the Pacific island of Guam. In the same year, March 16th, Ferdinand Magellan discovers the Philippines. April 27th, Ferdinand Magellan was killed by the natives on the island of Mactan. Only 110 of the original crew members remained, so they abandoned one of the ships, the Conception. The Trinidad tried to return back to Spain the same way they had come back, but was forced to return to the Spice Islands, where they were imprisoned by the Portuguese. The Victoria was the longest remaining ship.
On September 6, 1522, the Victoria docked at Seville, Spain, with the 18 sick men remaining and a cargo loaded with cloves. The journey was complete. They had done what no man had done before, accomplished an around-the-world voyage.